Welcome to the last part of Metroid Prime.
What do you mean this is a Super Metroid?
Oh, sorry. Let me put in the cartridge real quick in my my GameCube.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll go correct that mistake immediately. I need to go to the go to the Wii U menu. Close out application.
Someone in the comments is gonna be like, "This is Super Metroid, right?"
Why is Metroid crawling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way,
unique enemy that's only here. Which, yep, they clip in the ground. So good scan.
Yeah, this enemy's driving me nuts.
Scannable.
Yeah,
they're in this room and then another room, so they're at least not that hard to find. There's only like 3 rooms here in the impact crater before you get to the final boss. Well, no, sorry, 4 because there's a missile recharge area.
It's a gecko.
Yeah, it's a gecko.
Hi, Gex.
This enemy is only in this room and one other room, like Lester mentioned. And this Phazon's different than the other Phazon, because this Phazon actually hurts you.
Yeah, this is different. It's red Phazon. We all know red's more deadly.
And this is the room that the Phazon Metroids usually spawn in.
And yeah, they're still here.
They're still here, but in the GameCube version,
in the original version,
yeah, this is literally the only place where you find Phazon Metroids. But in the Wii version, for some reason, they put them in different places too. I was ready for you, buddy. I got a bomb ready for you. Not dealing with your kind today.
It usually helps to even use that too, because power bombs are kind of a pretty common drop from Phazon Metroid, so you usually use one and get one back.
That's good news.
Yeah, and we're coming up to the only ammo station, like one of the 3 ammo stations in the game. Just in case, that fight with a Phazon Metroid was too much for you. Here you go.
Yeah. I think in hindsight it was because they knew this is right after a boss fight and you're going into another, so we'll give you back your missiles. Then I think someone also forgot, like, your ship is 3 rooms over before you go to the impact crater anyways. So you technically have a recharge station that can do everything right before you come here.
This room, I'm making it look like really easy, but trust me, I have fallen.
Plenty. Like I just wanted to go with you. Come on.
You got a little pet following you.
Yeah, I have fallen.
Oh, we're actually doing this legit. We're just like, screw like the 3 points of damage. Like, no, we're going through. We gotta keep those 3 points.
I gotta keep those 3 points, man.
Because for some reason, I don't know why they thought of it, but they put that little path at the very end for Spider Ball to get out of the Phazon, and you can just use that to get up and skip the whole puzzle. Or better yet, do a double jump, because it's not that high.
And this is the final boss of the game. This is the Metroid Prime.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be canon-wise, like a Metroid on steroids. Like, this is a whole different beast. But I think it's supposed to be in the Metroid family somehow.
Story-wise, because I never played Metroid Prime, obviously.
Yeah.
Is this what caused the whole reaction?
Yeah, okay, so the story is a meteor, comet, went and hit Tallon IV. And inside the comet was this thing. And it caused, whenever the comet hit the place, it caused the impact crater to be created. And from there, it started seeping Phazon everywhere. This thing is the source of Phazon.
Okay.
Well, I wouldn't say the source of Phazon, because in Metroid Prime 3, we kind of know how...
Yeah, the real source is something completely different. But now that we know how Prime 3's story goes, this thing is presumed to be from that planet that they feature in Prime 3, full Phazon.
Yeah. This thing, this boss fight's different, because it's kind of really annoying. The first phase is, he changes his color, and you have to use the beam combination that he's colored, like he's turned purple right now, so I gotta use wave beam on it.
Oh, yeah. That's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, so you gotta shoot his little itty-bitty hitbox eyeballs in order to do damage to him, and he doesn't take, as you can see, like, I'm doing charge beam shots, and I'm not doing very much damage to him.
Yeah, the beam combos are actually really useful here, minus flamethrower, because that will do more damage over time, but each one's situational. Your better ones are super missiles and then the ice spreader. Wave beam's okay, but it doesn't do that much damage compared to just doing charge shots. It uses a lot of missiles. Flamethrower exists, so don't bother. It's just too short of range.
Yeah. But after you do a couple shots, he'll kind of get stunned, and then he'll come charging at you like he did right there. When he comes charging at you, go into these little troughs in morph ball form, so to avoid damage.
Ooh, I don't know if we mentioned that. We probably have. When you got hit, Samus's reflection of her helmet kind of cut out for a second.
Yeah,
certain
I love
effects
that.
you can see in the visor.
Sorry.
No, I think that's a cool thing that happened. Oh, he just took a big old yawn before he
Yeah, that
took
was
damage.
just enough. Now this boss fight is in a bit of like a pattern because I believe it's broke up in 5 different sections. The first one, it swaps between wave and plasma. Second one, wave, plasma, then ice. This one here is wave, plasma, ice, and then plasma beam. And then the final one is just randomized. It will do any of the 4. So it's telegraphed from the beginning, and then it just gives up.
Stop with your tractor beams. I'm not interested. Stop.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do really to hurt the boss in this part. You just have to kind of wiggle out.
Yeah.
So yeah, you get wave to power, then wave power to ice, then wave power, ice, plasma, and random. So this one will start seeing plasma beam.
Yeah.
Which
And
is
then
usually the last one.
After every like couple of hits, yeah, he'll go bury himself into the ground. You have to kind of follow him and go down deeper into the chamber. It's kind of weird because when you look at an official map of the impact crater, it's really huge. And you know that, like, I only like ventured into 3 rooms. Technically, you ventured into like 10.
Yeah, it's all because of the like final fight areas here. Between this and then we go for the second portion of the Prime fight.
Uh-oh, you got frozen.
I got frozen, dude. Ice spreader.
Nice.
I love how it's just like encased in ice on my face. It's like, oh crap.
But
Did
now
I
it
get
should be
ice
going to
on my
plasma,
face?
so let's just use the flamethrower and use aura missiles.
And we got giant orbs coming towards me. I probably should get rid of those. Yeah, because they'll do a lot of damage. But
They do a lot of damage, but they can also drop missiles if you're low.
I'm on fire.
Alright, let's see. How bad's your luck? Let's find out, because the worst one to get is probably wave. It just does no damage, really.
Yeah, I probably got wave, if I remember correctly.
Oh, no,
Nope,
ice
got
is not
ice.
bad.
Yeah, it
Also,
went back
yeah, I
up.
forgot, it also does this in the final portion, where it just changes from one to another in like 2 seconds, which is really annoying to keep up with.
Oh, by the way, like I said about that hitbox, yeah, it's so tiny, your charge shots can bounce off of his Kara space and come right back at you. I've gotten hit in the face with my own super missile before.
Yeah, I
Ooh,
don't
that's
think that
rough.
hurts you, though, does it?
No, it does hurt you.
Okay, that's bad.
It does hurt you. And I'm like, oh no, why? Yeah, wave beam don't do that much damage.
Yeah, it takes like, what, 5 to 6 different charge shots to actually change phases? It's that bad.
I fought Metroid Prime like so many times, like I know exactly how he goes and everything. Because when I was a kid, I'd always just boot this game up just to fight him. 'Cause I always enjoy this boss fight. Always makes me happy. I like this boss fight.
It's a very interesting fight. It is definitely different compared to a lot of the others, although it still has some of the same traits of big guy do stomp.
Yeah. And with that, we've defeated him.
Oops, he fell off.
He fell down a crater.
Yeah, it falls like a bad grab.
You didn't even lose one of your tanks on that fight.
Yeah.
Good job.
Oh, that's a deep hole.
Go down it.
What's
Yeah, really
down
not
here?
that much for Samus.
Oh, there's his body. He died. Oh, I'm not done yet? There's a second phase?
I died and came back to life as a spirit.
Now he looks like a Metroid. This is the second form of Metroid Prime.
Hang on,
The
real
true
quick. I need to
essence.
get my other 100% completion tag here. There
There
it
we
is.
go. 100% logbook downloaded. Yay!
I thought they popped
So-
up 100% log like they did with the scan, like the item one. That's weird. I mean, if you didn't have the achievements on, you wouldn't have known until you paused the game.
Yeah.
I'm
So-
going to hunt you now.
So, this boss is different.
Oh, you got
And if you
lucky,
didn't-
man. That takes like 5 minutes normally for me to drop.
So, this boss is different. You can't damage him. The only way you can is go into this pool of Phazon that he creates, find him in the visor, and shoot him with a beam called the Phazon beam or hyper mode. So
yeah, this beam is something that's not telegraphed, but if you go into your suit's description on the pause screen, you actually get told that yes, you do have a new beam with the Phazon suit, but it's only used in this boss fight. The other pools of Phazon aren't strong enough for Samus to use the hyper beam.
Oh, you're telling me that this boss's only form of attacking is doing the shockwave move?
Oh man, I haven't seen this one before.
Yeah. But yeah, you have to swap between visors and just keep following him because he kind of goes invisible and you have to follow him with certain visors.
Yeah.
And you have to go to his pools of Phazon that he creates after he does that after a while and just go into the pool of Phazon and blast him with Phazon beam. That's literally the only way you can damage him.
I will say this is a cool concept as a fight, but it definitely drags on since there's no way to really speed it up, and it's random when he can drop the pools of Phazon. So you're just kind of sitting here and praying he drops Phazon to do damage, and that's the whole fight. Every once in a while he'll drop Fission Metroids through the Phazon, which just power bomb him and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Also, I think the hyper beam can destroy him like one shot too.
Yeah. I forgot his other attack besides shockwaves is to roar at you.
Grr.
That's his little other attack. Yeah, that attack right there. He just roars at you.
Yeah, if you just keep your distance, then that's just a waste of energy.
Literally, the only thing he does is just shockwaves.
Yeah, like, compared to the two forms, this is definitely the more laid-back one. This one's not nearly as difficult to fight. It's a very telegraphed fight.
And once you know what to do, then you could just, Hi, Hunter Metroids. I don't want to deal with you. Yeah, as soon as the fight progresses onwards, and I just locked onto those guys for some reason.
There goes all my hyper beam. This is only on the field for so long, which also doesn't help.
But yeah, as the fight progresses, when he does the pool of Phazon thing, he summons Metroids. And if it is more as his health goes down, the harder the Metroids are that he spawns. He starts out with regular Metroids, then Hunter Metroids, and then Fission Metroids. Which, you know how I feel about Fission Metroids. Just, you have to use Power Bomb just to get rid of them.
So, basically, a last attempt attack.
Pretty much.
There's Hunters.
Because the Metroids are more of a diversion tactic at that point.
Yeah. Get out of my face. You have a personal bubble,
Personal space.
Dude, seriously? Get off.
This is fine.
Trying to get adjusted again because you screwed me up, man.
That one's like, I'll save you.
I'll save you, Prime.
Runs into B.
Well, this is definitely an interesting boss fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, there's really not much you can speed up the fight. There is a little trick that you can do, because the Phazon pool is in a timer period, so if you can just go back and forth inside of the puzzle to activate and deactivate the Hyper Beam, you can get a little more out of it to do more damage, but that'll only speed it up for, like, what, maybe a minute or two at most. It's not terribly much. You've also done enough damage now for Prime to swap between the different states more.
Dude, like, he was only in the X-ray visor for, like, a second, and then he went back to fight.
Yeah, he started in thermal, went to normal mode for like 2 seconds, X-ray mode for another 2, and then right back to thermal, so that was a nice waste of time.
Wait, Hunter Metroids. I don't want to deal with you guys.
Yeah, as long as you don't get in that pool of Phazon and start shooting the Hyper Beam, you don't use up its timer just yet, so it's better to take care of the Metroids before you shoot the beam. Because once you start shooting it, you don't really have much left of the Phazon.
Come on, cursor. There you go. Hyper mode, yeah.
Also does not help when you're in hyper mode, you can't see the boss's health. Because for some reason, they didn't think of moving the hyper mode thing to a different part of the screen. Like, I don't know, the bottom? Nothing down there.
Yeah, this is the only thing that drags on in this fight. I like this fight a lot, and I fought it a lot of times, but it really does take a long time. Because there's no way you can speed this up.
Yeah, Prime 1's first phase, I think, is a more enjoyable one out of the two for that reason. Because it has a lot more going on.
Alright, here we go. Fission Metroid?
Yeah,
No?
I do believe that's a fission. That looks very big. Love how the hunter just runs into you, just like pecks you on the head. I can't really do much poke.
There we go.
I like 2 to 3 more swigs of that.
Man, he really is fun to fight, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Metroid Prime has a lot of health.
Come on. Do your stupid shockwave move. Literally, all he does is this shockwave move. That's the only forms of attacking and summoning Metroid.
Honestly, the Metroids are more of a threat than Prime itself.
Alright, Fission Metroids, I don't want to deal with you. Powerbomb. Right in the face. Ow. Trying to get out of the way, there you go.
You're getting there.
Get in there, I think 2 more of those will kill him.
Now, it's interesting when you think about it. The Hyper Beam kind of originated from this game when it comes to the storylines, because Metroid Prime 3 brings it back via the Hyper Mode, and then we have it at the end of Super Metroid when you're fighting Mother Brain. It's a different version of the Hyper Beam, but it's like the same concept. Super OP, can kill everything in one shot.
Like,
Causes issues if you hack it in the game.
All the Metroid games following Super, it always seems like at the last boss they always add like the super mega beam that Samus gets at the end of the game. You know, minus Samus turns, of course, but you know, like, let's think about it. Like, Prime has this, and in Prime 2 you have those charge shots. Oh, we
there you
killed
go.
them.
That was enough health.
Yeah, there you go.
Just enough.
But Prime 2 has those like Phazon charge shots you have to do at Dark Samus.
Yeah, that's a glorified Hyper Beam at that point.
And Prime 3 had, you know, Hyper Mode the whole entire game.
Yeah, would you need to use in the final area?
Fusion had the Ice Beam that you got from the SAX to beat the Omega Metroid.
Hey, personal space, personal space.
And I'm just gonna rip that off of you. There you go.
Oh, now I feel naked. Now I get through the Phazon.
How will Samus get away from this exploding brain?
She jumps up and that's it. Because we really don't see any other way of her getting out. She's just from here at the very bottom, all the way back into the impact site. It's like, oh, well, that was a mighty jump.
Oh, yeah, by the way, there was no time get out of here thing.
Yeah. It's just a cutscene thing in this one.
Yeah.
Also, we were talking in a previous episode how graphically and such, this game has not really aged too much. It still holds up. Except for one part coming up. And it's the model they use for human Samus. It looks herky-jerky. Even by this age, in like 2002, it looked bad.
Now we destroyed the impact crater. No more. Samus takes her helmet off. I think you get this,
yeah, you get this no matter what.
No matter what. There's no percent on this.
Yeah, you get the mocap head just photoshopped on. Like, this is mocap. That's why it looks so out of place.
Yeah.
For later games, they started to fix up how they show standard Samus without the suit. I think it didn't get me fine until Prime 3, though.
I think this is the only time that Samus looked real. The other one, she kind of looked more, you know,
this is before they had the Zero suit design, so we didn't even have that facial feature to work with yet.
Yeah. But yeah, like, all the Metroid games have, like, some sort of hyper mode, like, hyper beam at the end of the game. Fusion had the Ice Beam when you fought Omega Metroid, and then, you know, Dread, spoilers for Dread, by the way, but you get a hyper beam at the end of Dread, so...
Yeah. It's like basically every game, or at least a majority of them, you get some kind of, like, super powerful beam at the ending. Which is really just for the ending.
Yeah, that was Metroid Prime. This is by far one of my favorite games of all time. I love this game to death. I've played it numerous times. And it started, like, this is what... Fusion was my first Metroid game I played. This is the game that made me a fan of the series so much. 'Cause it was like my second, and then I played this a lot and had a lot of fun playing this game. But yeah, that's Metroid Prime. This is my first time playing this on the Wii, so this was an experience. I had a lot of fun with it. It reminded me. I mean, I played Metroid Prime 3 before, obviously, but you know, I didn't expect how this would transition on the Wii controls, and I kind of really like this version the best.
Yeah,
Minus
it has
a
a lot of
couple
quality of
things.
life improvements, and jump ball's a huge one, in my opinion.
Yeah, jump ball's a big thing. Minus a few things like, you know, animations, enemy placements, everything else. I still think that it's kind of silly they changed that one cutscene after Omega Pirate.
Yeah, it's a little random. I don't.
Yeah.
Was the scene too dark? I don't know.
I don't know. I always thought the GameCube version looked a lot better because it just, I mean, Samus literally was coming out of a pool of irradiation. Of course, you would act that way. Like I said, there's a couple enemy placement that just bother me, like the Fission Metroids, but there's a lot of stuff that were fixed, like the Ice Shriek bats not going away after one moment and you can rescan them, stuff like that. They did fix a lot, but the most biggest travesty of all is they got rid of the early space jump boots.
Rest in peace, speedrunning.
Rest in peace, speedrunning.
Although you could technically speedrun the credits because you can fast forward them. But also, I believe you can rewind them, so can we go back? I missed a couple names.
I missed names. But what do you think of the game, Member? Now that you've seen it.
I think it's a good game. If you really like Metroid, I figured anybody's gonna play it. So
Yeah.
like I played. I know I said earlier I have never played this game, but that's not completely true. I played like the beginning portion of this game, and that's all.
Yeah.
But from what I did play for like the 10 minutes I did play it, it was fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, I learned a lot from this playthrough because I never completed this game and haven't really seen a lot of Metroid games besides when you play them. So
Yeah. Here we go. This is this is the thing you get for 100%. I don't know if it's all items or logbooks, but you get
It just
Samus with her
counts.
helmet on.
Percent is just the items.
Yeah. And then there's my time. 7 hours and 7 minutes. That's the fastest time I've ever beaten this game. 100%. With the playthrough, you could have been like, really?
Doubt.
Yeah. This is.
But there
what
was a
you get
reason for you to
100.
release 100% everything, and this is it. You do not see this
Yeah,
cutscene unless you get all the items.
If you get all the items, you get this cutscene at the end.
was this setting it up for 2, I guess?
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much. Because now we have hand with eyeball. So spooky. And you can definitely tell from the design, that is your Phazon suit.
Yeah, was your
That's
Phazon
the remains
suit.
of Prime being reformed.
Yep.
Wow.
The Phazon suit the Metroid Prime ripped off you. It kind of latched on itself, and I mean, we all know what that is now.
Yep.
We'll
We've
be
seen that
seeing that
natural
next.
evolution where we got rid of the hand with the eyeball. I guess it was seen too freaky.
Yeah. But yeah, that was Metroid Prime. What did you? I got Amber's opinion on it. What do you think, Lester? What do you like? You love this game, don't you?
Yeah, it's one of my favorite in the series. I think it has a very well designed between telling you the narrative between the scans and then having a very open nature of just finding things and just kind of going at your own pace. And definitely the Wii version is the better of the two. Like, GameCube's fine, but there's so many quality of life changes to the Wii version that it's harder for me to recommend the original now. Unless you're speedrunning, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah. That was Metroid Prime. I don't know when we're gonna get to 2, but eventually. Hopefully, I'll probably be playing the Wii version on that one too. So
Yeah, that would probably make a lot of sense because it fixes so many of the issues in that game. That has a lot of issues in the original.
yeah.
But we'll get to that when we see it.
So we'll see you guys later. Take care, everybody.